Imagine waking up one morning and realizing it's harder to stand, harder to lift a bag of groceries, or even harder to catch your balance on the stairs. What if I told you this slow, silent weakening isn't just normal aging, but could be traced to one missing vitamin? Millions of seniors in America are facing hidden muscle loss every single day without even knowing it. Could you be one of them? Today, we're uncovering the surprising truth about the one nutrient your muscles are desperately craving and what you can do right now to stay strong, mobile, and independent. The slow fading of strength you feel isn't just an unavoidable part of aging. It's often a hidden threat quietly at work inside your muscles. After over 35 years as a physician specializing in aging and muscle health, I can tell you, what most people believe about muscle loss is only half the truth. One of the most overlooked yet critical culprits? Vitamin D deficiency. We often think of vitamin D as simply the bone vitamin, something our doctor casually mentions at a yearly checkup. But vitamin D does far more. It's absolutely essential for building and repairing muscle fibers, keeping your balance and coordination sharp, and preventing the kind of chronic low-grade inflammation that silently eats away at your muscle tissue over time. Take, for example, Bill Sanders, a 74-year-old retired firefighter from Ohio. Bill had always been the guy who stayed active, tending his garden, walking his dog, helping neighbors fix their fences. But at 70, he started noticing troubling changes. Climbing stairs left him winded, lifting groceries strained his arms, and worse, he stumbled more than once, shaking his confidence. After a thorough medical checkup, the surprising truth came out. Bill's vitamin D levels were critically low at just 14 nanograms per milliliter when healthy levels are above 20, 30 to 50. With a simple plan, a daily vitamin D3 supplement, 20 minutes of morning sun, and a few smart diet changes, Bill felt like he turned back the clock 20 years. You might be wondering, but I get some sun. Shouldn't I be fine? Unfortunately, the answer isn't that simple. Even if you're outdoors occasionally, your body's ability to produce vitamin D changes dramatically with age. By the time you reach 65, your skin's natural ability to synthesize vitamin D from sunlight can decline by over 50%. On top of that, many seniors wisely limit sun exposure to protect against skin cancer. But this well-intentioned habit further reduces vitamin D production. Dietary gaps also play a major role. Foods naturally high in vitamin D, like salmon, sardines, and fortified dairy products, are often missing from today's diets. And health conditions common in older adults, like kidney disease, liver dysfunction, or digestive disorders, can block your body's ability to absorb and use whatever vitamin D you do get. Take Susan Miller, a vibrant 68-year-old from sunny Florida. She assumed all her years spent living in a bright, warm climate meant she had nothing to worry about. But when she broke her wrist after a minor slip in her kitchen, her doctor ran blood tests and found her vitamin D levels were critically low at just 18 nanograms per milliliter. Years of diligent sunscreen use, coupled with spending summers mostly indoors, had quietly drained her vitamin D reserves. Susan took action. She added a vitamin D3 supplement to her daily routine, enjoyed more salmon and sunlight-exposed mushrooms in her meals, and committed to light strength training twice a week. Within 9 months, her energy surged, her balance returned, and no more falls. Susan's story highlights how hidden deficiencies can quietly erode your strength. And when it comes to vitamin D, the impact can be even more severe than most realize. Without enough vitamin D, your muscles behave like a car engine running without oil, or a bridge whose cables are slowly fraying. The consequences aren't just discomfort, they're dangerous. Low vitamin D weakens your muscle fibers, slows down muscle repair after even minor strains, and sabotages your coordination. This often shows up as persistent muscle aches, sudden cramps, and an unsettling increase in falls or stumbles. Tasks you once took for granted, lifting a grocery bag, rising from a chair, stepping confidently off a curb, can suddenly feel like monumental challenges. The scariest part? It can happen gradually, without any clear warning until a serious injury strikes. Consider Robert Lewis, an 81-year-old retired postal worker from Wisconsin. For decades, his daily walks were a source of pride and joy. But one brutal winter, Robert began experiencing intense leg cramps and a level of fatigue he couldn't shake. After visiting his doctor, tests revealed extremely low vitamin D levels, along with early signs of sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass. Once Robert began targeted treatment, including vitamin D3 supplements and strength-focused exercises, he described the transformation best. It's like someone replaced my old rusty legs with new ones. Today he's back to walking 2 miles every morning, energized, stable, and stronger than he's been in years. Robert's story is a powerful reminder that muscle weakness doesn't happen overnight, but the warning signs are often hiding in plain sight. So how can you tell if you're at risk of a vitamin D deficiency before a serious setback occurs? Pay close attention to subtle symptoms like frequent muscle aches, unexplained weakness, constant fatigue, a growing sense of imbalance, or unusually slow healing after minor injuries. However, even the most attentive person can miss these clues. That's why the only sure way to know is simple. Ask your doctor for a blood test, specifically a 25-hydroxy vitamin D test. It's fast, affordable, and could very well be one of the most important steps you take to protect your independence and vitality. For seniors hoping to maintain strong muscles and steady balance, experts recommend aiming for blood vitamin D levels between 40 to 60 nanograms per milliliter. In some cases, depending on your overall health, your physician might even suggest a slightly higher target. Take Linda Johnson, for example, a 66-year-old retired school principal from Texas. Linda always thought of herself as pretty healthy, but a nasty fall on her porch left her shaken. Blood work revealed she was severely deficient in vitamin D, despite her balanced diet. Under her doctor's supervision, Linda began taking a high-quality D3 supplement, 2,000 IU daily, and adjusted her meals. Thanks to quick action, she regained her strength and confidence, and avoided needing help with daily activities or considering assisted living. Knowing your vitamin D status is only half the battle. Now it's time to rebuild your strength with a smart, sustainable plan. The good news? It doesn't have to be overwhelming. A few consistent habits can completely transform your energy, balance, and muscle health. First, embrace the sun. Aim for about 15 to 20 minutes of sunlight each day on your arms, legs, and face, enough to stimulate vitamin D production without risking skin damage. When supplements are needed, always choose vitamin D3, cholecalciferol, which your body absorbs and uses far better than D2. Next, upgrade your nutrition. Add fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel to your plate 2 to 3 times per week. Include egg yolks, fortified dairy or plant milks, and even UV-exposed mushrooms for an extra boost. If appetite is an issue, fortified cereals and juices can help fill the gaps. Movement is just as critical. Gentle resistance exercises, like lifting light dumbbells, using resistance bands, or doing bodyweight moves like wall push-ups. 2 to 3 times weekly will spark muscle growth. Don't forget balance drills. Practicing heel-to-toe walking or standing on one foot can protect against falls. And of course, your muscles need fuel. Prioritize protein from lean meats, beans, lentils, and dairy to maximize your strength gains. George Harrison, 72 from Oregon, proved how powerful this plan can be. After 3 falls in 1 year, he rebuilt his health step by step, boosting his vitamin D, gaining muscle, and feeling decades younger. As we've seen through Susan, Robert, Linda, and George's journeys, small, consistent actions can dramatically change your muscle strength, balance, and independence, even after 65. Checking your vitamin D levels, adjusting your diet, getting safe sunlight, and building muscle through gentle movement are simple but powerful habits you can start today. Your body has the amazing ability to heal and strengthen. It just needs the right tools. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Wellness Nest Daily for more life-changing tips to keep you strong, vibrant, and thriving.